What's up, my peoples? Salutations, Yisrael. To all the people out there that's trying to live in alignment with the Most High, I welcome you to the channel. You know what I'm saying? All praises, honor, esteem to the Most High himself. I give him reverence, respect, and splendor because he deserves it, and he's the only one that deserves it. All right? You see the title? All right, I want to get right into the video. Don't want to hold y'all here too long. My elevator, and you guys it's a simple concept. My elevator is for me, your elevator is for you. All right, but as we go along, you'll understand what I'm talking about. All right. Real quick health update. Me and my wife, we've been trying this little new experiment with several few foods. You know what I'm saying? And the results, you know, it ain't been bad. Just trying to be more healthy. You know, the food prices is going up, especially on health food. You know what I'm saying? So, but we just trying to do a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle, but at the same time, you know, it's going pretty smooth. You know, I have no complaints. But my wife, I mean, since she been vegan for the last probably over a year and a half, I've probably cut my meat consumption since she turned vegan probably close to half of what the meat I used to eat 2 or 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So, and then of course, I'm gonna have to, you know, continue. I always talk about making adjustments. Well, I'll be making even more adjustments because I'm fixing to take that dirty bird off my plate. You know, chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, chicken is one of the easiest things to get your hands on here in America. And I mean, chicken legs, shoot, that's one of the cheapest meats you can buy. Is chicken legs. So, yeah. Gonna make this adjustment though, man, because the dirty bird is really the dirty bird. You know what I'm saying? Just been doing my research, and of course, a couple of weeks ago, a big time video came out on the dirty bird, and you know, I already knew duck and geese and, you know, bats and all that stuff was dirty, but yeah, chicken. Especially the domestic chicken, the way they grow them and the way they raise them and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna mess with it. And me and my family, we gonna move away from it. So, and my wife, she had already moved away from it. My wife used to eat more chicken than anybody in the family. But shoot, she, like I said, she done turned vegan, man, and shoot, she thinks she a vegan connoisseur. But nah, watching her do this has helped me, you know what I'm saying, kind of ease back from meat. But I'm not going to become a complete vegan myself. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? The Most High said, you know, we could eat meat, and so then he gave us the clean ones that we could eat. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course I took pork and catfish and shrimp and all those other abominable meats. I took them off my plate in 2016. So, I mean, what's a few more? You know what I'm saying? A few more things that I eat. But, you know, like I said, I've never had lamb. I mean, I've never had goat, but it's got to be similar to lamb because I've had plenty of lamb. So, I'm gonna move to goat and lamb, and deer is my red meat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get away from beef because they say it's a hybrid animal, you know, because it's domesticated and stuff like that. So, plus all the stuff that they do to it, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm gonna still mess with crappie, salmon, sand bass, tuna, sardines, you know, scales and fins, you know what I'm saying? And then turkey and quail. You know what I'm saying? That I'll replace the chicken with the turkey and the quail and the pheasant and the dove. Shoot. We just gonna have to gonna have to make some adjustments, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wanted to share some of that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And just to finish up, man, I've been killing the watermelons already. We started finding seeded watermelon here in Oklahoma back in May. So, man, my family probably done went through 5 or 6 watermelons already. You know what I'm saying? It's still the beginning of June, so we've been knocking them off, man. And of course, something I found new that I love is mango. Just started eating mango last year. My wife turned me on to it, so man. But I used to see her eat mango years ago, and I wouldn't touch the stuff. Man, what is that? We don't know what that is, but now I love it. You know what I'm saying? Grapes with seeds, been knocking those off. And surprisingly, man, them things been more and more in the grocery stores. Grapes with seeds, shoot. Man, the Most High, man, he taking care of us. You know what I'm saying? And I've been on them walnuts heavy. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the ways I'm gonna get my omega-3s. Another way to get your omega-3s, you know, that you get, you know, that stuff that helps your blood is chia seeds. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm fixing to start. I'm gonna start tearing this dandelion up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff. A lot of changes I'm gonna make instead of eating lettuce or, you know, some stuff that might not be as healthy for your body. Shoot, I'm gonna start eating dandelion and arugula and stuff like that. Stuff that actually helps your blood. So, and I mean, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So, but yeah, man. I'm trying to get ready for whatever's coming. Whatever is coming, I'm trying to be physically ready for it. I'm getting mentally ready for it. I'm getting emotionally ready for it, spiritually ready for it, and I also want to be physically ready for whatever is coming. Because we know every day we get something in the news that points to some end time prophecy or something just linked with the end time. So, but all right, let's get into it. Wanted to just run that stuff by y'all real quick. All right, let's get into this elevator concept. My elevator. All right, some dialogue happened recently, and just I've seen some stuff and dealt with some people, and man, I've decided that I'm dealing with people on my terms, man. I am not finna to be out here just trying to give my energy where it ain't appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that here in these last times, man, if you do that, you could be distracted into missing salvation. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's go to Proverbs 27. Proverbs 27. All right, we're going to read a very familiar verse of scripture, verse 17. It says, and I'm reading from my Safari app, the Tanakh app. All right. So it says, as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the wit of his friend. All right. So that's what I intend to do with my videos, what I share with y'all. I intend to sharpen the wit of my friends, my brothers, my brethren, my sisters. You know what I'm saying? Those of us who are like-minded, and those of us who are possibly from one of the 12 bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? The chosen ones that the Father chose. So, but yeah. So I want to start with that verse, and then I want to start with that verse so I could go into this conversation I just recently had with a Christian. I told him that if he studied Deuteronomy, Ezekiel, and Proverbs, you know what I'm saying, that he might be able to see the truth if he actually studied those 3 books. Of course, you want to study the whole Tanakh. You want to study the whole Septuagint. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you definitely got to go under the English. You have to. If you don't go under the English, you're not going to get the original concepts. You're not going to get the original word, you know? And a lot of stuff has been manipulated. A lot of stuff has been added to and taken away from. But we can get a consensus of what the Father was trying to tell us if we read everything in context. All right. And so, but I mean, some people, man, especially Christians, but it ain't just Christians. I mean, I was on social media the other day, man, and I had to get into somebody's comment section and tell them, hey, sometimes the Yah only people be crazy too. You know what I'm saying? Because he was going off on Christians. But I'm like, man, hey, sometimes the Muslims be crazy, the atheists be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the Yah onlys be crazy too. You know what I'm saying? Out of line. But I told this dude, you know what I'm saying, that I truly believe that if a man would study Deuteronomy, study Ezekiel, and study Proverbs, he could understand, you know, why the New Testament is fake. You know what I'm saying? But of course, and he kept on feeding me this garb. I'm neutral. I just want to know the truth. I'm a truth seeker. All right. And of course, by the end of the dialogue, y'all already know what happened. Christians do not seek the truth. They seek what's closest to the truth that they want. All right. All Christians love that salvific son. And so you know the end result almost every time. All right. If you can get through the first, you know, couple of hours with them, you know what I'm saying, then maybe there's a chance. But most of these dudes, most Christians, whether it be male or female, man, they is not seeking the truth. They trying to find other ulterior ways to justify why they are who they are and why they do what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they looking for. But I sensed it, you know, early. He was just trying to sift me. And, you know, and I felt like if I went too long with this dude, he may try to become a distraction. And so, of course, I went into this with my guard up. I mean, everybody should deal with these religionists with their guard up. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you taking the word of Yah with you. Don't be trying to deal with these people without the word of Yah. Let that word slap them around. You know what I'm saying? But he was going to try to leech off of my energy and leech off of my knowledge and leech off of my experiences and try to combine it with what he believed. And I wasn't having that stuff, man. I wasn't having it. And so I called him out on it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, in typical Christian fashion, you know what I'm saying, the arrogance popped up. The Western religious privilege, you know, that popped up. You know, the delusion popped up. The maniacal emotions popped up. You know what I'm saying? He got defensive and decided he was going to, you know, stand on his truth, and just, you know how they do. You know what I'm saying? And when them emotions appeared, I called him out on it. I said, I knew I was going to strike a nerve at some point. I knew it. You know, that's why I kept saying some of the stuff I was saying. And it finally worked. And so I got tickled, and I started laughing at his ass because I told him, look, man, you're not going to waste my time. You're not hey. And he started getting mad because he thought we could, you know, maybe chat it up a couple times a week. I'm like, bro, I said, only people who are like-minded as me get to be in my circle. You don't get to be in my circle, man. You're a Christian. I said, this whole time you said you said you're neutral, but you ain't been neutral. You've been slickfully and slyly, you know, having having your Yeshua, your Jesus, your Yahuwah, your Yahushua, you know what I'm saying, in the back of your mind, not wanting to go too far into the rabbit hole. And I was trying to drag his ass down that rabbit hole too, because you can't unsee this stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right. So but like I said, it got funny to me, and because I told him I was shutting him off. I'm not wasting my time with you, man. So, but long story short, the dude, you know, he got mad. He said, you're the one shutting me out. You're going to pay for shutting me out, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, bro, you is not the first, and you probably won't be the last that try to disguise yourself and just so you can have a dialogue with me. I know it happens to a bunch of my brothers and sisters out there too. People disguise themselves just so they can see what you own. You know what I'm saying? And them jokers be frauds, man. And I called him a liar too. Said, man, I ain't dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? I see through you. So, but he just, and my basic thought on this is we cannot, you know what I'm saying? We can't let people take what they believe and try to bounce it off what we believe, and while simultaneously trying to figure out a way to pull what we believe into their belief. You know what I'm saying? And make it mesh and make it cohesive. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to the concept of my elevator or your elevator, we can't let people on our elevator of ascension. All right? We going from the outhouse to the penthouse. All right? Some of us going from the doghouse to the penthouse. Some of us is going from the trap house to the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? But we on our way to the penthouse. The Most High is about to change our misfortune. You know what I'm saying? And he's about to redeem us and resettle us into our original identity, into our original heritage. And we can't be letting people hop on our elevator as we're about to go up, you know what I'm saying, and taking up space for others who you know, the Most High, he wants us to be linked up and have a like mind. You know, that's why I read the iron sharpen iron script. We can't be wasting our time, you know what I'm saying, with these folks who is not on what we own. You know what I'm saying? So, and they could be blood, they could be melanated or non-melanated. They could be kinfolks, bloodline, you know what I'm saying? But we know all skinfolk ain't kinfolk. And we know all of our kinfolk ain't our family. All right? And we know all of our family ain't loyal to us. So we gotta make sure that we are going about these things in a wise and very let's see here, a very particular way. You know what I'm saying? We got to be meticulous with the way we do our things and the people we mess with. You know what I'm saying? Vet everybody. You know what I'm saying? Vet everybody. So if I ain't got enough in common with you, you know what I'm saying, to give you my energy, then I ain't giving you my energy. We gotta have more in common than just Yah only. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. I ain't saying that that's a commandment, but I am saying we gotta have more. For me, we gotta have more in common than just Yah only, than just the Father only, than just the Almighty only. You know what I'm saying? I believe that is should be strong for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And if we ain't got a lot in common, you can't get on my elevator. And I'm saying you shouldn't let people get on your elevator either. Until we're all gathered and recombined and placed out in that wilderness to see who's really who and who's really the fathers, got to be very careful with who people is and how you deal with folks. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't deserve your energy and they don't deserve your time, don't give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And that dude got mad because I told him, you know what I'm saying, you don't deserve me, bro. You don't deserve my time. You don't deserve my energy. You don't deserve my knowledge. If you ain't willing to do the research I've done, you don't deserve, man, I'm not fit to waste my time on you. You say you seeking the Father, but you don't want to turn the same pages I turn, and you don't want to watch the same videos I watched, and you don't want to go in the same you don't want to go online like I went online. And you don't want to have the same conversations that I've had with the dozens and dozens of wise people out there. Nah, man, you're not getting my energy. I'm not allowing nobody else to leech on me. When I was a Christian, when I was a super Christian, and when I believed in Yahuwah, you know, that's the name I believed in, that salvific son, that character. When I did, man, me and the group I was attached to, we went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, when you go Yah only, you have to get rid of that Christian mentality. And, you know, I was linked with a lot of people, man, and a lot of people, you know, still got a Christian mentality. I mean, you got to study the first 5 books of the law, and you'll understand how the Most High wants us how he wants us to act, how he wants us to live, how he expects us to react and respond, you know, what he intended initially for us to be and what us to do and how we should do it. But if you ain't studying those things and you continue to apply Christian theology to what's contained in the Tanakh, in the Torah, you know what I'm saying, in the Pentateuch, I mean, you're not gonna get it all, and you're not gonna be capable of absorbing what the Most High wants you to absorb. I mean, you can't let people sift your energy, and you can't let people just, you know, treat you any kind of way and expect you to stay the law-abiding citizen that you are. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to cut people off. You got to move away from folks. I still deal with my mom and my dad, but they not like-minded as me. But I deal with them because this is my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it just, to me, I think I'm still supposed to deal with them. But I don't deal with them a lot, but I love them. Them is my people, you know? That's who the Most High decided to use to bring me on this plane. So I still honor them, you know, in a way where I'm not disrespecting them, and I still communicate with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I still deal with my brother and my sister, and they not on my level as far as this truth goes. But I'm not close with them. They're not in my immediate circle. It's only a few in my immediate circle. There's brother, man, I'm going to just be honest. If my dad is calling and one of my brothers is calling, I'm probably going to answer that brother first. My brother's in the truth. And then I'll call my dad back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. This is me. I can't say what you want to say, and I can't feel what you want to feel. If you with me, you with me. If you not, we just disagree. I mean, it could be your relatives, it could be your kids, it could be your co-workers, it could be your old schoolmates. If they not on the same level as you, man, don't let them leech. Don't try to reciprocate energy that don't balance you out in your walk with the Most High. That's crazy. All right, let's go back to Proverbs 27 real quick. All right, Proverbs 27, verse 5. Open reproof is better than concealed love. You can't be you can't allow people that you love to just get away with anything, especially if it go against the Father. They don't deserve your energy the way they used to if they not like-minded as you. I mean, it just is what it is. All right, let's see here. Going to my notes. And I told that Christian dude, I said, look, man, I told him this before we even started dialoguing. I said, look, my circle is small, but I got time. I got time today, so ask me a few questions and we'll see where you at. And you know what I'm saying? By time, you know, I answered 7 or 8 questions. And shoot, he was ready. He was ready for that. That conversation lasted less than a day. Well, I'll take that back. That conversation lasted less than 2 days. Because I told him I'm not dealing with you, man, and you ain't even willing to put forth effort and research. Nah, man, wasting my time. And my time is I'm on the short end of my life. I'll be 50 this year. You know what I'm saying? So in statistical terms, I've lived, most of my life already. Statistically speaking, a black man only lives to be like in the 60s or something like that. Now I plan, hopefully the Most High give me 80 or 100 years if it be His will, and if I get to see the kingdom come and all that stuff. But not the kingdom come, but the kingdom of Israel restored. But if He don't, He don't. But my hope is that He will. But I'm on the backside of that, in my opinion. And I ain't just to waste my time with these jokers, man. And I advise y'all y'all don't waste y'all time either. Everybody can't come up to the penthouse with us. Everybody don't deserve to be on the elevator with us. You know what I'm saying? As the Most High brings us up. My elevator, I'm being very strategic and very specific with who I allow on this thing. You know what I'm saying? And just anybody can't get on here. All right. I wrote this note down right here. It says, don't let people eat off the swag of your knowledge and intelligence. All right. If they're not involved and invested in the Most High like you are, then you got to set a precedent and a priority over them. All right. So you don't sabotage yourself with their unbalanced energy. Y'all take that to heart right there. If you got to stop and rewind it to hear it again, so it'll help you, do that. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's go to Psalm 1 and 1. Let's go look at Psalm 1 and 1. Very familiar script. Let's see here. All right. Psalm 1 and 1. Happy is the man who has not followed the counsel of the wicked, or taken the path of sinners, or joined to the company of the insolent. And that's what I'm talking about right there. I decided to deal with him on my terms, and I'm going to deal with everybody on my terms. And because right now I'm at a joyous point in my life. I've been working hard lately, but my mind is not broken. I'm pretty balanced right now. I've been putting in a lot of hours and a lot of work lately, but I'm pretty balanced right now. Because I've been staying in the Most High's word, and the steps of a good man are ordered by Yahuwah. So I've been just kind of gliding through this thing. Monday morning, I made the comment to myself, it's going to be a long week. Well, here we are. I'm recording this on a Thursday. It's already Thursday, and the Most High has got me through over half of what I got to do, Well, about half of what I got to do. But I get that rest day, though, baby. I'll be chilling on the rest day. All right. So when I spoke earlier about Deuteronomy, Ezekiel, and Proverbs, you know what I'm saying? Here are 3 verses that I think exemplify why I said what I said about Deuteronomy, Ezekiel, and Proverbs. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Another popular verse of scripture. You know what I'm saying? If people can't get on this level with you and receive what this truth is talking about, then they don't need your energy. All right? Deuteronomy 7, verse 6. For you are a people consecrated to your mighty one Yahuwah. Of all the peoples on earth, your mighty one Yahuwah chose you to be his treasured people. All right? If people can't understand who the people are, who the real Yisrael is, if people can't absorb and receive that, they don't need to be on your elevator. All right? The next verse. Let's go to Ezekiel 33. Again, another popular verse of scripture. Ezekiel 33. Let me see. I'm trying to get there. I use the Bible app because it's faster than going through the pages. But, all right, here we go. Ezekiel 33, verses 8 and 9 says, when I say to someone wicked, wicked one, you shall die, but you have not spoken to warn them against their ways, then that wicked one shall die for their own iniquity, while from you I will demand a reckoning for their blood. But, verse 9, but if you have warned someone wicked to turn back from their ways, and they have not turned from their ways, they shall die for their own iniquity, while you have saved your life. So, if you tell people what's right, they blood not going to be on your hands. All right. And you don't need a salvific son for that. But if people will come over here and study, you know what I'm saying, they would know that for themselves. And that's where the problem lies. People don't study. Now let's go to Proverbs 22. Proverbs 22. So I gave y'all one from Deuteronomy, then I gave you one from Ezekiel. Now I'm giving you another one from Proverbs. All right. Proverbs 22, verses 24 and 25 says, do not associate with an irascible man, or go about with one who is hot-tempered. All right. Irascible meaning angry or in a rage. All right. Lest you learn his ways and find yourself ensnared. Again, when I said Deuteronomy, Ezekiel, and Proverbs, if a man just started there, then, decided to read all the other books and try to understand why we don't believe, why we're not supposed to believe in that New Testament, I believe a man could actually grow and learn. Of course, there is the element that the father would have to open his eyes to it. I do understand that. I do overstand that. All right. I do understand that. All right. So, and then I'm not going to read these verses. Well, you know what? I am going to read two of these verses, but I'm going to read the first one and the last one, but I'm fixing to give y'all several verses that you need to go look at. All right. So you can understand the concept of not letting anybody on your elevator as you ascend to where the Father is taking you. Everybody can't go with you. I know everybody's not going with me. All right. I talk to my wife all the time about taming our emotions, because we're going to lose some people. We're going to lose a lot of people whenever the Father, decides to save us from this wicked system. We're going to lose a lot of people that don't want to let this stuff go. And we have to tame our emotions and control our senses in this. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's just something that has to be done. And the sooner you do it, the better off you're going to be. All right. So here are the verses that I want you guys to go look at. And I'm going to end up reading the first one and the last one that I read here. All right. Malachi 3, verses 16 and 17. Isaiah 54, 17. Proverbs 16 and 28. Exodus 23, 13. Proverbs 17, 17. Proverbs 13, 20. Psalm 101 and 6. And then the last one, Leviticus 19 and 17. Let's go read Malachi 16, 17 real quick. Malachi 3. All right, 16, 17. It says, in this vein have those who revere Yahuwah been talking to one another. All right. And I just want to interject before I continue reading. Those of us who are like-minded, talk to each other. We have no room for those who are not like-minded. Don't let them people on your elevator. All right. We got to treat them like we treat a microwave. Get in and get out. It's got to be quick service when we're dealing with them. All right. We keep everything surface level. We keep everything short. All right. Now, if someone in is life or death, okay, that's different. All right, don't get me wrong. I'm not cold hearted, but when people just trying to because their life is horrible, they want to be around your positive energy. Nah, they need to get on your page. You don't get on their page. They need to get on your level. All right, have them seek the Father, and He will put them on their own elevator. All right, and when y'all get to a certain lobby, you'll get to mingle together. You know what I'm saying, in the lobby. But if they ain't thinking like us, man, we can't be giving them all this energy and all this knowledge and all this, you know what I'm saying, all this substance. We just can't do it. It's gonna end up messing us up. All right, to continue. In this vein have those who revere Yahuwah been talking to one another. Yahuwah has heard and noted it, and a scroll of remembrance has been written at the mighty one's behest concerning those who revere Yahuwah and esteem the holy name. And on that day, and on the day that I am preparing, said Yahuwah of hosts, they shall be my treasured possession. I will be tender toward them as a man is tender toward a son who ministers to him. See, they can't get the promises that we are trying to get because they ain't putting in the work and they ain't giving their loyalty to the Most High, and they not trying to find the true path and walk the set apart way. They not trying to be holy. All right. And then the last verse I want to read is Leviticus 19, verse 17. All right. Just so people know that I'm not trying to add to or take away from the word. I'm just saying what the words say in my own words. All right. We speak English. So I'm just conveying what the words say, you know, in my way. And I'm not adding to it. I'm not taking away from it. All right. It says, Leviticus 19:17 says, you shall not hate your kinfolk in your heart. Reprove your kin, but incur no guilt on their account. All right. We can correct people as long as we don't sin against them. And the best way to not sin against somebody, if you disagree, is to not deal with them. Don't argue with them. Don't be divisive with them. Don't debate them. If y'all don't see eye to eye on enough things, then just don't deal with each other. And that's how you don't sin. That's how you don't break this law right here. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate none of the brethren. I don't hate nobody who I think is a brew. But I don't rock with all the brews either. Because I'm not as like-minded with them, you know, as some other people might be. I'm just now, like I said, I vet everybody. And I expect everybody to vet me. I'm just trying to get this thing right. I ain't trying to leech off nobody. I ain't trying to sift off nobody. I do my own research. But I do support the brethren that put out that put out solid videos. You know what I'm saying? And I love that there are plenty of us out here now to get the word across, to get the message across. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to agree on everything, but we need to be agreeing on enough things to know who each one of us is. Can't just accept anything anybody's saying. All right. Like I said, I just want to be on the right side of history. All right. Because it's going to be billions of people that's on the wrong side of history. Just tis what it is. All right. I'm trying to align my life with the Almighty Himself and His ways, His instructions. All right. I'm not going to let nobody sabotage me. And I'm not going to sabotage myself. And I ain't letting no stragglers and no leeches get away with trying to distract me and mess me up. And my advice is for y'all to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to mess with people who are know-it-alls, who are disingenuous, who talk about you behind your back. Don't try to mess with them people. Let them people do them. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, He see everything. All right? The Most High got His angels down here looking at everything. What He don't see with His own eyes, He got the angels watching. And they're going to report back to Him. You just make sure that you live in righteousness in your life and you doing what's right. And it's going to be all right. All right. Now, this is the very last verse I want to read. Isaiah 65. All right. Isaiah 65 verses 13 through 15. All right. And then we're going to get up out of here because it's getting hot out here. It's supposed to be 90-something degrees a day in Oklahoma, in northeastern Oklahoma. All right. Isaiah 65 verses 13 through 15. Says, assuredly, thus said my sovereign Yahuwah, my servant shall eat and you shall hunger. My servant shall drink and you shall thirst. My servant shall rejoice and you shall be shamed. My servant shall shout out in gladness and you shall cry out in anguish, howling in heartbreak. You shall leave behind a name by which my chosen one shall curse. So may our sovereign Yahuwah slay you, but my servant shall be given a different name. The Most High sees us and them differently. Don't let nobody sabotage you. Don't let nobody get you off track. We are not the same. What Kendrick say, they not like us. All right? Whether it be Christians, Judaists, atheists, Muslims, Scientologists, Unitarianists, however you say that. You know what I'm saying? The alphabet community, it don't matter. They not like us. All right? And they don't deserve to be in our elevator as we ascend up, as the Father pulls us out from the bottom. Don't let them hitch a ride that they don't deserve. They ain't willing to put in the work. The Father says, seek me and you shall find me. They got to seek on their own. And you know the seekers by the conversations with them. You can see through a Christian in less than 5 minutes if you dialogue long enough. A lot of them, they try to be very deceptive too, because they don't want you to know that they're trying to take your energy, that they're trying to take your sauce. At the end of the day, don't let nobody on your elevator that don't deserve to be on there. All right, vet them. All right. Don't let nobody stop your ascension as you going up. When you hear that ding where you know the elevator door is fixing to stop on a certain floor and open, hey, you might have to drop them mugs off at the next floor when they get in. That conversation ain't got to be 5 or 6 stories high, 5 or 6 stories long. Shoot, that conversation can end pretty quick. So, hey, the Most High, he gonna redeem us and restore us soon enough. Don't let nobody mess you up from that promise. You know what I'm saying? Because you trusted them enough to get you back off course. Nah, don't do that. My elevator is gonna have my inner circle on it. And I might let a few stragglers in there that hop on at the end. Not stragglers, but I might let a few people that finally get on in my elevator. If your elevator full, they can ride on mine if I got room. If my elevator full, maybe they can ride on yours if you got room. But they got to be on the same level we at. They got to be like-minded. They got to be on the same thing that we on. No cap. But hopefully this helps somebody. You guys go look at look over those scriptures again. You know what I'm saying? So you can get the full concept of what I'm trying to say. All right. And I'm giving you homework this time. We didn't read all the scriptures in the video because I want to give you homework. Go do some research. All right. And you'll feel better about it. All right. All praises to the Almighty alone. Don't nobody deserve that but him. All right. YHWH, YHWH in English. I call him Yahuwah. Much love, y'all. Until next time, stay safe out there. Shalom.